Welcome back to my carnivore way of life. I'm Carnivore Scott, knockoff of Carnivore Kip there. And I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to make this here to work better. Not much to work with for a subject, but something trying to make it a little better. Today is day 12. It is July 31st, and no change on the weight. Nothing different there. However, I would submit that today has been a good day. It's been a day where I've been disciplined, but we're going to see what tomorrow brings because we went out for lunch today, and in doing the lunch thing, um, we went out to go eat Mexican because there's plenty of Mexican places to eat at, and I love the food. And I can go there and I can get a carnivore, um, or carnivore-ish, plate pretty easy. So today it was, a they call those, an appetizer menu, and it was basically the white cheese, the dipping sauce, and they had put, meat in it, little chunks of shrimp and bacon and, chicken and steak. So all that was in there in little pieces so you could use it like a dip. And I decided I couldn't find a plate of just steak or just shrimp at this restaurant. It's a little restaurant. And so I had the cheese dip with meat in it. And I did not eat all the cheese. Matter of fact, I mean, I used a fork and I let the cheese drip off. And I don't normally have a cheese problem, but we'll know about that tomorrow. That'd be the proof in the pudding right there. Otherwise, as I go looking at things, far as the go, no go, but that's okay. I think I've established a baseline that I can go 3 or 4 days at this juncture, and it's not an issue. Keep an eye on that because inquiring minds they want to know this stuff. Oh no. The other thing. Oh yeah. So I did go out and watch a couple videos today, and I give a shout out to Carnivore Kip again. It's his namesake and his naming convention. I'm trying to emulate, but to these fat fingers right now. My my channel name isn't quite what I want it to be. I put Carnivore, Carnivore. I don't know how I put it on there. Fat finger, got excited, and YouTube only lets you change your name twice in 14 days. So no, I gotta wait. I'm not gonna stop doing what I do carnivore wise. Like I said, day 12, we're gonna be closing in on 2 weeks here on Wednesday. And that's gonna be fun. I will say this though, I weighed in this morning and the weight was the same as yesterday. Move the scale around. Sometimes I want to make sure validate and verify. So I moved the scale around and I did, and I got the same weight. Then I got another weight. Because my scale just, I don't know, maybe I dropped it, but I'm gonna keep it right where it is. And we'll see tomorrow if the addition of, I don't know, all in all, I probably had in melted cheese, quarter cup of melted cheese. I don't know. Dinner tonight with chicken with a little bit of that cheese, mix it in chicken and shrimp, muy bueno. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. I'm not going to stress about it, but I am going to have to think about something. I noticed there, you know, when Kip was speaking, he's out on a jog, and I'm not going on a jog. Like he said, 95 to 98 degrees free air temperature outside, and then you have the heat index of 105, 106. This 61-year-old or almost 61-year-old is not gonna be out there doing the heat thing. but I may go do some swimming, and I don't know if I wanna videotape me swimming. It's not pretty. Kinda look like the missing link. I think my mother and my father, someone in the in the history had mated with Chewbacca or something. It's not pretty. And I can't grow the hair on my head very well. Well, look, I am trying to grow it. I don't normally have this, and if one day oh, yeah, if one day I show up with all this shaved off, that's normally how I am. I'm normally clean shaven, but I don't wanna pay the barber. I'm cheap like that. And I did trim up the beard a little bit, trimmed up the beard, trimmed up the mustache a lot, so that was a feat. But yeah, one thing I'm noticing when I'm watching Kip's, videos is I'm not moving. I'm in my office. This is my little domain. It's my place in the house where I can try to play the guitar over there. I don't play well, but I don't know why. I put the other one away. I got a I have oh God, I have a little ukulele here, a little pineapple, and I don't even think it's tuned up now. But my big fingers, that thing looks so small. And big old fingers, it's a half a thumb, and you try to yeah, that's it. Um, I just like to find things to aggravate myself. But yeah, no, I'm going to need to do some exercise, and particularly I'm going to have to do some planks. Not looking forward to it. Well, that's not necessarily completely true, but suffice it to say, um, I don't relish it because I have so far to go. And I know the longest journeys start with the first step and go. And all those are the good rah-rah things. Hey, if you notice, I have been putting out a couple of those shorts, and today I did one based on or predicated on the car wash and how car wash and carnivores uh, similar, and of course they're not because one is external, the other one's internal. Kind of little double entendre joke pun on me, right? But it's just the idea. We go through a lot of things in our lives, cleaning up and tidying up, and sometimes we tidy up and clean up things that have importance, but not the most important. Reminds me, how oftentimes um, parents, moms, I'm looking at you, but parents will oftentimes make pretty significant sacrifices for their children, just like Kip is. He's saying, "Look, I want to be there for my daughter. I want to be able to attend her wedding. I want to do that daddy-daughter dance." He wants to walk his daughter down the aisle. Those are big moments in a father's life. So it's important to make those sacrifices, but sometimes we have to remember, just like they say on airplanes when they give you the takeoff speech, about safety. Hey, everybody, there's exit here, here, and here. And look behind you. The nearest exit might be behind you. And they go, your seat is a flotation device, and da 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 da. Da." One of the things they say is, in the case of an emergency, the masks might pop down with an oxygen supply. Please put yours on first, and then but make sure yours is on before you do someone beside you who might uh, have challenges with getting that mask on. Because if they have a challenge and you're fumbling with theirs, and then you lose oxygen, pass out, no bueno. So put yours on, cinch it down, help the person next to you. Well, that's where we are for those of us who are overweight. We've poured into other things. We've allowed things to become primary in our lives for very real reasons. For every reason's valid if you really look at it. If you really look at it, it's just the reason you did it, and you are in the condition of your condition. So now, what are you going to do about it? Well, hey, I hear that often every Sunday. What are you going to do about it? And so, that's where we are. We're at the doing part, and as you see, Kip out there running. very motivational for me. The other thing is that I like that Kip gave a shout out to Bill Knott up there in Alaska. I mean, we all need to encourage one another in this journey. We need to feel that we're not alone in this journey, and that's part of my drive and my reason for doing this is that it doesn't matter where you are in life. It doesn't matter, I guess, where you are on a spectrum. Pick a spectrum, all anyone you want. We have plenty of them, don't we? We have so many spectrums that people chime in on, and then uh, we like to use them either as a tool to beat them over the head or a platform to lift them up on, right? Right. Maybe sometimes we use it as a shield to shield people. Regardless of what we do with that measurement, that spectrum, we need to realize that people, a lot of people, all I wouldn't say all people, but a lot of people, they need to hear from other people. They need to they need to hear that someone cares. They need to hear their name attached to a positive statement. Kip was talking about how he had some naysayers and people who were giving him grief because he was seemingly giving medical advice. And as you know, this is no medical advice here. I'm not a doctor. I'm telling you to do something. Go see your doctor before you do anything ad nauseum. Uh, but people giving the Kipster a hard time. I probably shouldn't call him Kipster. Apologize there. But one of the things I realized, I said, I've heard before that um, one third of one third of your body weight is in each leg. So your legs are one third, and then your body and head is the other third. Okay, so two thirds and one third. You got that? Okay. And we take everything from the waist up. Okay, for that one third. And in doing that, I'm looking at my calculator. In doing that, I got to thinking, if Kip says he's basically 400 pounds or was over 400 pounds, but now he's just under 400 pounds, or if you're 400 pounds or 300 like me, one of his legs weighs approximately 133.33 pounds. That means both of them weigh 266.66 pounds. Sounds good. That means his upper body and head and extremities weigh 133.33 pounds. Therefore, if you're walking up an OSHA standard step, which has an 8-inch rise on one leg, every time you step up, it's on one leg. I don't think anybody's hopping upstairs, particularly 300 and 400 and 500 and 600-pound people, right? So when you go up one step, you're putting all your body weight and your heel is lower and you're pushing up and you're lifting up your other leg, right? So on one leg, you've got 266 pounds. For me, it's 200 pounds. I'm doing an 8-inch squat with 200 pounds on each leg as I ascend a stairway. The other thing is, they say the pressure on joints is for every 1 pound. They say for every 1 pound of weight you lose, you reduce the pressure on your joints by 4 pounds. Ergo, if we extrapolate that on the 133-pound type of word problem, then you're looking at a whole bunch. You think about roughly 532 pounds for Kip. For me, it's 400 pounds for every time there's a down strike on my heel, my hip, on my ankles, on the little are they metatarsals in your feet? Yeah, the little bones in your feet. Well, there's a lot going on there. So, hats off. Definitely a salute to you for moving and trying to jog, and for Bill Knott up in Alaska, who's, you know, 700-pound range. Who knows? Gonna have to, he literally, they were talking about having to step on two scales to be able to weigh that much weight, right? For Bill to get up, he said to get up and to walk to the bathroom is tough. People are like, well, think about that. If we run the numbers here real quick, and let's go ahead and just go back to here. Oh, let's go back to here because that didn't work for me. Learning how to use my calculator, pardon me. So if I take 700 pounds, let's just go with 700 pounds, right? Divided by 3, right? Okay, so that's 233 pounds per leg. Okay, 233 pounds. So every time he moves and takes a step, he put all his weight on basically one foot and his walker, right? So that's a lot of weight, except for the leg you're talking about, right? So if I go this time, two, so that's a 466 pound walk. So I challenge any one of you to put 300 pounds on a barbell on your back and you can walk any distance, not see if your body doesn't scream at you. So, Bill, you're doing an awesome job in that. I have extraordinarily strong calves and thigh muscles. Given that, um, you're going to be burning a lot of calories when you go into a calorie restrictive type of situation because you're not eating all the stuff that you were eating. Those muscles still want to be fed and you're still moving. And if you keep moving, body metabolizes things. That's great. And so a cautionary tale would be to develop the hamstring because you don't want your quadriceps to be so much stronger than your hamstrings, and then you start having knee problems. That's for a professional to address. I'm sure with all the medical help from Dr. Chafee and people like that, you're going to have gain loads of information. I don't even know if you're going to tune into this, Bill. I mean, thousands of people to keep up on, and that's hard. And don't try to keep up on all of them. The least would be me. I mean, I'm just doing this to keep myself motivated and appreciated. But for Kip, same thing, man. Got to realize. Every time you get up and you're 390 pounds and you're thinking, hey, I'm going up the stairs, and you put all that weight on one leg. Well, if you're 300, let's just say you're 380. If you're 380, right, it's a 760-pound squat, basically, right? When you do both, or if you're walking up, but just do it easy. You're walking with a 380-pound person on each, or weight on each leg when you go up the steps at work. That's why stairs are such a fantastic way to get in shape, right? And that was great advice too, Kip, that you gave for Bill about when he's sitting there in a chair. There are exercises that people do in their chairs, and I've seen where uh, gentlemen and ladies start just by standing up. That's a significant weight to pick up, right? So you're squatting that weight up and down, up and down. So I even heard people starting with, if they don't have 2 pound weight or something, get a big can of spaghetti sauce, use those biceps, get those arms over the head, extensions. See, I know a bit about exercise, just have to do it. Hmm. With that and everything else going on in the world, I think I'm gonna wrap this up and you can take it. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I'll let you all go, and hopefully, we'll see you out there, out and about. Feel free to push the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Woo! Leave a comment, and I'd appreciate that. And of course, if you have anything to ask, say, or otherwise suggest, let me know, and I'll see what I can do about it. Other than that, y'all take care. We'll see you around. God bless. Bye.